orders halt to construction at Florida's Alligator Alcatraz Detention Center. Federal judge has ordered Florida to halt construction at a controversial immigration detention center deep in the Everglades, at least for the next 2 weeks. U.S. District Judge Kathleen Williams issued the temporary restraining order Thursday, stopping any new lighting, paving, fencing, or other fixtures at the facility nicknamed Alligator Alcatraz. The pause is a win, for now, for environmental groups suing to block the expansion. They argue the state moved forward without completing the federally required environmental review, risking harm to sensitive wetlands and endangered species. State officials plan to double capacity to 4,000 detainees by the end of the month, insisting environmental impacts are minimal, but testimony this week suggested construction was still underway as recently as last Friday. Governor Ron DeSantis' office says the ruling will not affect immigration enforcement, calling Judge Williams an activist judge and vowing the facility will keep operating as a force multiplier for deportation efforts. The hearing on a long-term injunction won't wrap until next week due to scheduling conflicts. Plaintiff's attorney, Paul Schweip, called the order a temporary but appropriate pause to prevent further environmental damage while the case proceeds. This is one of 2 federal lawsuits tied to the detention center, the other focusing on due process rights and attorney access for detainees. Thoughts? I heard you chuckle.
No, I just said, oh, it's an activist judge.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the sheriff was in here yesterday saying it's working. It makes sense. The people are, getting well taken care of. And, I guess, we're stopping because of a 3-eyed newt, which is absolutely, it goes along with every other development and every other thing that's out there. There's some ridiculous stuff that there's always something that can slow it down. And if you're putting your own money into it, it is very painful because the end result still is the end result.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's going to happen here. And they just killed 2 weeks and cost a shit ton of our money.
Yeah. So. Or people to feel better about themselves for 2 weeks.
Yeah. Well, this judge is like patting herself on the back this morning, thinking she's
a warrior
she's
for the 3-eyed newt.
Yeah. She's fighting the right fight for the 3-eyed newt, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating when I think it's because I've been through so many, and I used to be on that side.
Yeah.
I used to be on save the 3-eyed newt, strap the, chain around me in the tree, save the 3-eyed newt. And then, they run me over with the bulldozer. Yeah. So, I mean, this is just a stall tactic.
Yeah, it is.
So, it's a stall tactic. And, there's one side that's getting their ass kicked right now in political.
I feel like this is a stall tactic because they're really hoping that the other lawsuit stops the detention center. I can speak.
Yeah, I don't think that's happening.
This is just stalling to try and make the case in the other case. So I think the facility exists. It's already.
Yeah, and it sounds like it's going great. I mean, obviously I have great confidence in our sheriff and good friend and he says it's a good place. You know what?
The state has confidence in him too.
That's good enough for me. Yeah, he's the head of the 67 counties.
He oversees
jails in 67 counties.
He's been to quite a few of them because he has. He
started his career in there.
Yeah. So I mean, if he says that
I'm pretty sure our sheriff knows more about the detention centers than the judge that made this decision.
I do think it's interesting that the Trust the Experts crowd are now relying on judges all over to put an end to things that they probably aren't experts in at all.
Not at all. Not at all. So
it is interesting.
Yes.
All right, Gas Buddy Gas Report. Tell us in the comments what gas prices are looking like around you.